Cherry says, "Hi, Luke. Long time no watch your streaming. Recently, I was fighting on R sound all the time. As me, who comes from Hong Kong, pronounce R sound correctly is extremely difficult." Yes, so this is something that's more common in the south of China. So if you take Chinese, there's no such thing as just Chinese. It's a variety of different dialects. The main two would be what we call Mandarin and Cantonese, and then also two different writing styles, simplified and traditional, and then a number of other dialects. And anyway, it's a very interesting language. But in the south of China, you tend to have, including Hong Kong, you tend to have a specific R sound that's quite flat, and that makes it difficult when someone from that specific dialect, or someone else who's struggling with the R sound, wants to say it in, for example, the American style. And it can cause misunderstandings, which is inconvenient, right? So how do we say the R sound? Well, I will teach you how to say it, but I want to note something important before I do. There's a very big difference between how and a skill. It's very important to remember. For whatever reason, a lot of English learners tend to look at pronunciation and other aspects of language learning as, oh, thanks for teaching me that, now I know. So now it will be different. When in fact it's more like a skill that you learn, and the how part is just the first step. And there are many steps after that to master it, to be in the habit of using it, right? So that's the trick. That's the difficult part. It's actually not that hard, Cherry, to make the R sound. I'll teach you how to do it. The hard part is to remember to do it when you're speaking. And in fact, if you're trying to talk about something and remember the R sound, the position in your mouth where you put your tongue, more than likely you're going to forget. And this is true for any other pronunciation you might learn. More than likely you're going to forget because you're focused on what you're saying. So it's very important once you learn it to then build it into your habits. And this is something that we talk about in the pronunciation course. How do you take that now and burn it into your habit mind, your muscle memory? How do you do that? Learning is just one part, right? So keep that in mind. So how do you say the R sound? Pretty simple. So if you open your mouth about this wide, okay, and then you use your voice to push sound outward with your tongue just sitting neutrally in the middle of your mouth. Don't push it up, don't push it down, just leave it flat. Try it. Try to say it. Make that sound. If you do that, it should sound like this. All right. Easy enough, right? The tongue is not really touching anything. It's in the middle of the mouth. I'm just using my voice to make a sound. Right. Okay. Now, move your tongue upward, but don't touch it against the roof of your mouth. The roof of your mouth is here. That's the roof of your mouth. Don't actually touch it there. Curl it upward in this way. Curl it up. That's the only change you're making, by the way, right now. The only change you're making with your mouth, leave it where it was before, and now just curl it upward. Okay. Now the sides of my tongue are touching a little bit near my teeth, but the tip of my tongue is not touching the roof of my mouth. Let's see how that sounds. Just that one change. Curl it up. Now we compare the two. Now my mouth is frozen in place. I'm not moving anything else, right? maybe slightly up and down because I need to move my mouth to get my tongue up there. Barely, barely. But really the only thing that's changing is the position of my tongue. Once you get that, go back and forth between those two sounds to make sure you can hear the difference very clearly. If it sounds the same for both of them, then it's wrong. You can hear the difference if you close your eyes and really listen. Hear the difference? Now, what we usually do when we say the R sound is we also move the lips forward slightly, like this. But actually, you can do it without, because we just did it. So if I do that, if I do this, they're both pretty much the R sound. It's really about the tongue position. Now, that's step one. After that, it's all about mastering it. You have to make sure you got it. Now you have to make it a habit. How do you do that? Well, you've got to practice it. You've got to put it in different situations. You've got to fold it into words and sentences and do it many, many times so that you don't have to think about it anymore. And that's way more important than actually learning it. So that's where we'll stop for the question, because I feel like to really get into it, to really practice it, we would need an hour at least. If you want to learn more stuff like this about pronunciation, I just released a course, so check that out. 9 hours. If you want to study pronunciation for 9 hours with me doing what we just did, only for many English sounds, including diphthongs and all of that, you can check out the link in the description. The link in the description will have the course. Right now it's on sale, so check that out. And it's maybe not. Well, I try to make it fun, but if you go through that course, your pronunciation will definitely improve. It's very detailed with explanations of everything like we just did. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Cherry, great question. Thank you for the good question. It's a common issue. If you guys haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button or the thumbs up button. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. Check out my full courses in the links in the description.